this week, we had a tie atop the leaderboard. Pat and John going 4-2, and Brando coming in at 3-3. Still stays at 500, but Pat continues to extend his lead over his two counterparts. He is now 21-15, while John and Brando are tied for last at 17-19, inching their way.
Tied for second.
Out of 3.
Give yourself some credit.
So we're coming for you, Pat. This week we have a interesting spread of games from a minus 1.5 to a minus 8.5. So we got some choices here. Boys, we're going to start with Houston Texans taking their talents to Lambeau Field. Green Bay is a minus 2.5. Pat, how do you feel about this game?
Shakespearean. There's Romeo in the air with some love. Give me the Packers to win and cover.
That's funny. John, do you feel as poetic as John?
You know, I had Green Bay written down, and then I was looking at how many interceptions Jordan Love has thrown and like the small amount of time that he's been playing this year. So Houston's got a good secondary. Give me Houston and the points.
Yes, sir. I'm with you. Give me the points. The Packers are 0-4 against the spread at Lambeau Field as favorites in their last 4 games. So I'm taking Houston. I think this could qualify as a game of the week for some. The divisional matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Detroit's going to Minnesota. Minnesota, a 2.5-point favorite, even though the Lions clobbered the Cowboys last week. John, we're going to start with you this time. Actually, I guess we could go all 3 of us together. Everybody roar on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go Lions. Yeah. Unless you got a line for us, John. Go ahead.
No, I had a really hard time deciding this one. I had Minnesota written down for a second, and I couldn't decide, so I took the points.
Oh, you can't. Sam Darnold's going to let you down eventually, John. That's just science.
Probably, but like Minnesota's defense is good. Like, you know, I haven't seen anybody really, really slow down Detroit too much this year so far. But, you know, if anybody's going to do it, they got a home game. It's in Minnesota, so who knows?
I just think the Lions are almost a perfectly built football team right now, outside of Aiden Hutchinson.
I didn't realize I had Marshall Mathers above me over here. Freaking, but
I wish I could spit some lines right now freestyle, but I tried to and I came up with nothing.
You and Marshall, though. Big homers. I love it.
Yes. No, really, though. Look at their team, man. They got 2 stud running backs, 2 stud wide receivers, a great offensive line, a quarterback that's better than average, a quality defense, great head coach.
I think that's your answer. Is you're better than average quarterback. That's what keeps it from being a perfect game.
Sam Darnold's on the other side.
That's true. Also, Detroit's secondary isn't anything crazy either, too. Like if you had to pick a weak point, that's probably their weakest position group. And so, you know, Justin Jefferson's probably still going to get his yards, I would think. But
all right, next game we have the Kansas City Chiefs against the San Francisco 49ers. Super Bowl rematch. San Francisco is minus 1.5-point favorite as the home team. I'm taking San Francisco here. At some point, the Chiefs' lack of offense, dare I say, Pat Mahomes' lack of offense, is going to catch up to him. No Rashee Rice. Juju Smith-Schuster is going to beat him? I don't think so. Give me the Niners.
It's a good point. I just every time I pick one of these games, I'm like, this team should beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs just always pull it out annoyingly. So, you know, this is kind of this is the opposite of the emotional hedge. I would say this is if they win and I'm mad, at least I was right pick. Yep. So give me Kansas City.
The reverse. That's the reverse Bills, not the cover. Yes.
Pat, that's the Pat Cab specialty. I'm stealing here.
Yes. Well, I think they got to lose one. You know, way back when we started the show, I quoted Rage Against the Machine and said, "What better place than here? Well, what better place than San Francisco, California, and what better time than now?" So,
yeah. But how did you say it when you said it like that? I love that clip.
Cool. All right. This game has potential to be quite a dud, or it could be pretty good. We have Devontae Adams probably making his first appearance, and we have the Russell Wilson era in Pittsburgh about to take off. So the Jets at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is minus 1.5. I guess it's the battle of the old quarterbacks. I'll give you mine first. I'm taking Pittsburgh. I've been stashing Russell Wilson on my fantasy bench in my 2-quarterback league for weeks because all of the other quarterbacks have been taken. He's not going to let Justin Fields even sniff the starting job anymore. So I'll take Russell Wilson to win this game.
All right. I was actually like, when I saw you wrote Pittsburgh down on the spreadsheet, I was like, did you hear that Russell Wilson is starting this week?
Yeah. You watch Justin Fields, man. He kind of sucks.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't
but-
turn the ball over, though. I mean, yeah, he threw for like 140 yards and not a very impressive stat line, but shame on you, Mike Tomlin, for benching him after a win. Like, I mean, I don't know.
I also, like, if it was my choice, and again, I haven't watched this team a ton this season, I would go with Justin Fields too, because at least he gives you something, like, as far as his running ability. He gives you that second element that, like, defenses need to. Russell Wilson is like, he's just going to hang out in there in the pocket, and he doesn't have the arm strength that he once did. So I don't know. I am going to go Jets on this one. But again, Pittsburgh pulls out ugly wins against mid teams. So that you might be right, Brandon, but I have no faith in Russell Wilson at this point.
Hey, dude had 350 rushing yards last year, man.
Russell Wilson did?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
I'm just saying, man. You
color-
got to watch some more Pittsburgh football. It's bad. It's real bad. And I think
it
Russell
must be.
Wilson's gonna leave an upgrade there.
How many rushing yards did Justin Fields have last year?
So many, a lot more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Look
it
at
is
his touchdown yards and his interception, all that crap. I don't know. I think Justin Fields is a one-trick pony, man. I don't know. I don't dislike him. I think he's had a tough start. But
I think Russell Wilson is a one-trick pony. I think Justin Fields is a 1.5 trick pony, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Pat, who you got?
Jets, Jets.
Love it.
coming off a loss.
Coming off a loss, you know, Devontae's going to fuel up at his at-home Taco Bell and then come out there and fall out. Yeah,
I was going to say, is he moving the at-home Taco Bell with him to New York?
I would hope
I
so.
would. Wouldn't you? Yeah.
I would like to work
think
at
so.
it.
Probably tip you pretty good.
Yeah.
So Pat, this game is on the docket for you specifically, sir.
I will not be
Cincinnati
triggered.
Bengals at the Cleveland Browns in the dog pound. Joe Burrow, Ellen DeGeneres, whatever you want to call them, at Cleveland. Cincinnati is -6.5 point favorite. Cleveland without Amari Cooper selling their roster. They sold their soul to Deshaun Watson. What do you do, Pat? What do you do?
Well, I mean, I'm going to probably jinx him now, but I know at one point during that game on Sunday, the Browns had missed 26 third down conversions in a row. So if that's an indicator of what a powerhouse this team is, I've lost all faith. If Jameis comes in, maybe differently, but no, give me the
I think I saw 0 for 35 in their last 35 third downs.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gone up since then. I think too.
Yeah.
But Pat, are you sure you don't want to take the Browns, man? I don't know. This could really ignite the team. You know, this
would be a big win, division win. Yes,
right, exactly. You know, it's just it galvanizes them. Trades galvanize teams. You know. No, I mean, none of us are picking Cleveland in this one. We're Cincinnati across the board. Sorry, Brando.
Yeah.
If you got a one-liner, you can still say it. But
Nah, if the Browns are brown, it's
Browning.
toilet, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah. Chase Browning, running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, not to be confused. But
Correct.
yeah,
He's going
yeah.
to feel insulted that the team is named the same as him. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want the name Brown if I was in
Yeah.
Cleveland.
I mean, it serves them right though. Could you imagine if you just named your team the Habermasses? Like, I don't know.
I feel like the Habermasses would be elite, man.
It ends in
Gabriel's would be better.
asses.
Yeah, the asses.
That's funny. Fair enough.
Speaking of things that people didn't think through, like you guys should be renaming the Washington football franchise. You guys should be in charge of that. It seems like you're qualified.
Yeah. Better than the football team.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, I like the Washington football
Well,
team.
they gotta have like a mascot. Like put someone cool on there. I don't even know who.
Like
Right.
George Washington. or
George
something,
Washington, or like you could do like I'm trying to think of someone that would be like.
The monuments. And you have
You
the
could have like a
monument tower.
slightly overweight like Colin Powell on the side of the helmet or something. Like,
Or the
Your
Lincolns.
mascot
And you have
choice?
Abe Lincoln. Some
Pat.
guy with a beard and a hat. Like,
Your mascot choice for the Washington Commanders is a rest in peace, slightly overweight Colin Powell.
he was a commander. I mean,
He was. Oh, that's funny.
that's funny.
I can't really think of any other. What was his title? Not commander in chief. What is Colin Powell? He was the Secretary of State, but he's
Yes, that's what I remember.
He was
being the
also
Secretary of
like
State.
a big. He was in the military.
Yes. Yeah, he was. And George Washington, his mascot, wouldn't be too bad, you know?
No.
It's, his face is in public domain these days, so.
You could just literally put on one of those white-haired things.
Yeah. I mean, it would kind of look like. Have you ever seen like what is it? Rhode Island Friars, like
Is that like a AAA baseball team or something?
Yes.
It's the university team.
College football team. Right?
It's Providence Friars, yeah. Like
They all
that's what
got
I
the
imagine.
Old school look. Yeah.
Yeah. But all right.
Next game. We ready? Next game.
Sorry,
we
good.
have
Good tangent. Good tangent.
John's hometown Titans, which he is coming
barf.
home to see
Right. Yeah.
because he's a hometown Titan fan. No, against the Bills.
Figure that one out.
Bills are coming off of another win. They are -8.5 against the Titans this week with a new receiver. I will go first. Give me the Bills. 8.5 is a big line. We're going to win by 20.
Yeah. Pat.
Well, this team apparently has a very high rated run defense. So, if we don't get rolling early, it could be a close one.
So, Pat, what you taking?
Bills to win, not to cover.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Back.
There it is. There it is. All right. You know my pick. Go Bills. We got it in the bag. I'll be there yelling extra loud, telling Will Levis to put something else in his coffee. But what we should, what we should have done? We should have done predictions for what the Will Levis famous meme photo is going to be this week. So we have you guys seen this compilation grow and grow and grow over Twitter as time has gone on? So he's had all these crazy turnovers, right? Have you seen the pics, like the free? I'll put it up on the screen. I'll put it up on the screen in the video version of this. So if you're on Spotify, switch to the video version. If you're on YouTube, obviously you'll see it. Yeah. So he's had a compilation basically every week. There's been a meme moment in his games, and it's usually him throwing the ball away backwards. It's him with his shoulder that one week where he's making that face on the sideline.
Yeah.
And this past week, it is unfortunately the bald boy on a stretcher on the cart being carted off the field because Will Levis rolled into his ankles and probably tore the poor guy's ACL. So what is that meme moment going to be in Buffalo? I think it's going to be another turnover, but I don't know. Maybe he goes to do the Lambeau leap into the stands and then misses or something.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Maybe they switch it and give him blue cheese instead of mayo for his coffee.
He
might like that though.
I was going to say, yeah, you don't want to encourage him, that kind of degenerate behavior.